Right now, saying goodbye to a 4th of July classic, the Monona Community Festival. A look at the festivities one final time. Plus, a man arrested in Madison after authorities say he shot and killed someone overnight in Columbus. What we know about the shooting. And multiple shark attacks confirmed in Texas, forcing authorities to close the beaches. That's all coming up right now on News 3 Now at 10. We begin with breaking news right now. This is a live look at Elver Park on Madison's southwest side. Armand Rahman is on the scene, and he says police are telling people to clear the park over loudspeaker. We're working to confirm if any emergency has happened. Stay with channel3000.com and News 3 this morning for the very latest. And in other news, happy 4th of July to everyone tonight. We hope you're celebrating and staying safe. Hopefully some of this afternoon and evening's wet weather didn't dampen your Independence Day festivities. Will the wet weather clear out for your Friday? Meteorologist Blaze Keller has that answer in the firstborn forecast. What say you, Blaze?
Well, we are going to be tracking the chance for showers, maybe a rumble of thunder as we head into your Friday. The same low that brought us that alert day conditions today and even a few funnel clouds is also going to bring us some shower activity as we look to end your work week. We've scaled back down to just a marginal risk there in the green across still parts of the News 3 Now forecast area. All severe weather hazards are still going to be possible, but the further we go into your night, and I would say pretty much from here onwards, we should be in the clear. The line of showers and even a few thunderstorms along a cold front, which we'll talk about in just a minute, is not really holding up in terms of strength. I mentioned earlier we did see some funnels. This was out of the Stoughton area from Larry. This was at about 4:45. Many in the Stoughton Edgerton area captured either this funnel or maybe a different funnel as well. But thankfully, the conditions weren't good enough for those to touch the ground, but it was still a very scary and maybe beautiful kind of picture there. So thank you, Larry, for sending us that. So the cold front is continuing to move its way further into parts of southern Wisconsin. This is it right here, but you can see not even any lightning along this cold front, which we would otherwise see. So I think now we've kind of closed the window on severe weather, and it's just going to become more of a minor flooding threat with temperatures hanging out in the 60s and 70s. We are going to track out more rain in the full forecast.
Thank you, Blaze. Despite spotty weather in the evening, many still flock to neighborhood 4th of July celebrations all across Dane County. Armand Rahman takes us to Monona, where it could be the festival's last hurrah, and another in Madison going strong for 8 decades.
For most of the day Thursday, it seemed the weather agreed with many of the residents here at the Monona Community Festival that neighborhood 4th of July events like these must go on.
Oh, my, need your love.
This has been a staple in the community, and it's been a staple for my family.
Despite the rocking music and the smiles, it was an almost bittersweet day at Winnequa Park for Jim and Rebecca Heisig.
So ever since we got together about 19 years ago, I started coming here. They have the best fireworks.
After 63 years, it doesn't seem like they should, have it come to an end.
Event organizers say new costs, forms, and processes from the city this year forced them to reevaluate if they could keep having the Monona Community Festival.
Everybody wants to ask me, do you think we're going to save it? Do you think we can save the festival? And I hope we can.
But while celebrating the country's birthday, there was no bad blood.
Thanks to the very dedicated group of volunteers, sponsors, donors, to the city of Monona, a fantastic partner for so long. Fire, EMS, police, all of them, we really, really do thank them.
Few events hit a Midwestern hole-in-one with cornhole, music, and more. Neighborhood traditions are a trademark of Independence Day across Dane County. For the past 82 years, the Westmoreland Neighborhood Celebration has paraded through the streets of Madison.
It's a very strong neighborhood.
It's normal to see a familiar face or two there and at the flag raising at the park. In an America that seems so divided right now, residents say events like these show community shines as the heart of our country.
Thank you. A good chance to put aside all your differences and just listen to great music, eat some great food.
Because it brings unity.
Monona city officials say they're hopeful that the festival can continue in some way. Reporting in Monona, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
More reaction tonight to a Dane County Circuit Court judge's ruling deciding some elements of Act 10 are unconstitutional. It's the law enacted in 2011 by then-Governor Scott Walker, curbing collective bargaining for unions in Wisconsin. The judge's ruling says how lawmakers determined which job titles were and were not eligible for unionization was not rational. Earlier today, Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway issued a statement on the judge's ruling, saying it's a step in the right direction. She says, "I'm hopeful this is the new beginning of a new chapter where all workers once again have a seat at the table." A man is in jail tonight after a shooting in Columbus overnight left another man dead. It happened at about 1:30 in the morning on Ludington Street, where hours later the town's 4th of July parade was supposed to go down. The shooting forced officials to reroute it away from their crime scene tape. The suspect was arrested hours later in Madison at a hotel on the city's east side. Officers believe two groups of people were involved in a fight before the shooting.
The victim was walking with a couple of other people, and when this happened, and then very shortly after, some friends and other associates of the victim showed up. He was rushed to the local hospital here, where he passed away shortly after, is now deceased.
The Columbus Police Department will share more details about the shooting tomorrow morning. Police took two people into custody early this morning after a car crash killed a person on Madison's north side. Authorities say the crash happened near the intersection of Packers Avenue and Tennyson Lane. The Dane County Sheriff's Office, UW-Madison Police Department, and officers from Maple Bluff, Fitchburg, and Sun Prairie are helping MPD with the investigation. But police haven't shared any information about the person who died in the crash and the people taken into custody. In Janesville, authorities say a fire at a real estate office left more than $250,000 worth of damage early this morning. The fire was reported at the home of Real Estate Nerds, an agency on East Memorial Drive. Firefighters were able to quickly put out the flames, and thankfully, no one was hurt. An investigation to learn how the fire started is now underway. This is a live look right now at the White House. Inappropriate color for the 4th of July. Red, white, and blue, of course. Tomorrow, President Biden will be traveling from Washington to Madison. Ahead of his trip, he says he screwed up during last week's debate against former President Donald Trump. Biden talked about his performance on a Milwaukee radio show this week. Ellie Nakamoto-White has the story.
Did he have a bad debate last week? He sure did. Does that mean that the last 3+ years of accomplishments and bringing this country back together and putting this country back on its feet should just be forgotten in an instant? Absolutely not.
But some top Dems disagree. Texas Representative Lloyd Doggett leading the charge, becoming the first sitting Democratic member of Congress to call for the president's withdrawal.
This is a man who has always put his country first. And I think he's going to do a great job, and people are going to see that. But if there's a stronger candidate to take on Donald Trump, I believe that Joe Biden will make that decision.
On Wednesday, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre telling reporters the president is, quote, absolutely not considering stepping down.
Nothing that I could sense from him that he's thinking about dropping out of the race.
That message echoed just hours later during a one-on-one interview between President Biden and local radio host Earl Ingram Jr.
With what he had to say, he clearly wants another shot at this. He wants another crack at it.
According to Ingram Jr., President Biden said he felt like he was not at his best during last week's debate.
I had a bad night. And the fact of the matter is that, I screwed up. I made a mistake. That's 90 minutes on stage. Look at what I've done in 3.5 years.
And is working to remind voters of his record over the last 4 years.
The one thing he's never been is somebody who's a quitter. He's a fighter. And I'm sure he's going to fight all the way through this.
A reminder, we'll have coverage from the president's visit to Madison tomorrow. Stay with us on air and online at channel3000.com. Around the Midwest now to Illinois, where the 4th of July parade in Highland Park returned today, 2 years after a mass shooting killed 7 people in 2022. There was also a remembrance ceremony at Highland Park's Edgewood Middle School to honor the victims. Security for the parade was top of mind for officials. The city's police department ensured a strong police presence.
3 rounds, 1 minute. In that 1 minute, the course of countless lives were forever altered by the actions of a single individual. The magnitude of that fleeting moment is beyond measure as it reshaped lives in our community in profound ways.
Today's parade followed a different route this year out of respect for survivors of the mass shooting. Multiple shark attacks and sightings forced people out of the water today in South Padre Island, Texas. One of those sightings is actually caught on camera. So take a look. You can see just how shallow of water that shark is in. This was on South Padre Island. Officials there confirmed one person was taken to the hospital after being attacked, but their condition is unknown at this time. The Coast Guard used drones, helicopters, and boats to keep people out of the water. Spotting a mysterious neon green fluid is usually cause for concern. One place you really don't want to see it is the airport you're using. That's what travelers saw today at Miami International Airport. Gross. Well, it came out of the ceiling and pooled all over the floor. Now, the good news is officials say that creepy liquid isn't ectoplasm. Okay, Ghostbusters, stand down. It's just good old-fashioned water. It came from a broken pipe in the air conditioning system. The water had been dyed that color on purpose to make it easier to spot just in case of a leak. And, well, it definitely was easier to spot. Staff had it all cleaned up by noon. Well, criminals, they're not the smartest. Police in Canada are looking for a pair of arsonists, one of which who lit himself on fire while committing the crime. This happened in Richmond, British Columbia, a suburb of Vancouver. So you can see the man fall to the ground and then roll around as his pants are on fire. Eventually, his partner in crime returns to help. The two eventually did get away, but police are hoping this video will lead them to their suspects. More stories are ahead tonight at 10. We travel north to Wausau, where one dairy farmer is modernizing his barn and using the power of social media to get other small farms on board.
Brothers Maine enjoys 4th of July festivities with family, friends, and fabulous kitchen and laundry deals. Our fireworks of savings on GE appliances and free delivery will make you ooh and ah. Feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Rust-Oleum Stops Rust 5-in-1 spray paint is the first ever adjustable spray paint can with 5 different spray settings, so you can get a professional finish on every project. A can is $6.49 after rebate. Rock Solid Garage Floor Coating provides an industrial-grade coating with a showroom quality appearance in one coat. Now $149.96 after 11% rebate at Menards. #1 in customer satisfaction among home improvement retailers, according to J.D. Power.
Save big money at Menards.
It's a great time to have RG Heating and Air Conditioning check your home's furnace system for safety and efficiency. RG services all brands and installs quality Trane equipment to keep your home running smooth year-round. Call RG Heating and AC today.
I'm coming to you live from Wisconsin, where the Wisconsin Lottery's newest scratch game is taking over. Let me tell you, this is big. Are you getting this? It's Winning Streak, a brand new $10 scratch game. Match any of your numbers to winning numbers or reveal 3 identical numbers in a row. You could win up to $100,000. So cool. Now available at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
Nearly 250 years ago, America was founded in defiance of a king, under the belief that no one is above the law, not even the president, until now. The same Trump Supreme Court that overturned Roe v. Wade ruled that the president can ignore the law, even to commit a crime, because Donald Trump asked them to. He's already led an insurrection and threatened to be a dictator on day one. Donald Trump can never hold this office again.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
On the next Live at 4, Will Loper will let us know what to expect at the box office this weekend.
Plus says boating and yachting is exploding in popularity, how you can take a trip for cheaper than you may think.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10, moving forward.
KISS member Gene Simmons was in Northeast Wisconsin this week for the opening of his newest Rock and Brews restaurant chain. Its newest location is located inside the Potawatomi Casino Hotel Carter in Wabeno. It's the second Rock and Brews at a Potawatomi casino. The first is in Milwaukee. This week's grand opening celebrates an ongoing relationship the Potawatomi Casino Hotel has created with Simmons and co-founder Paul Stanley, also of KISS.
These folks have treated us kindly and brought us into their family, and it begins and ends there.
Doing business means working together on the design of the restaurant and its 3,000 square foot space.
The Rock and Brews team did a great job of really understanding this community and incorporating the Forest County Potawatomi elements into the design of the restaurant.
Menu items include the Rockin' Hot Wings, the Alice Cooper Poison Burger, and the Demon Chicken Sandwich. There are also 24 beers on tap. A dairy farmer in Wausau is spreading the word on social media. With more than 4 million views on TikTok, he's showing others how his small dairy farm is milking it in the modern age. Dan Hagen has the scoop.
Hey there, TikTok. Dairy farmer Aaron Ninnemann's TikTok following is growing, including this video with more than 4 million views.
This cow here is wandering in to milk herself. You can see she came in at her own leisurely pace.
It all started when he was looking to modernize the farm a few years ago, but he couldn't find anything for small dairies like his.
The reason I started putting it all on TikTok was to give other small farmers, 60, 120, 180 cow guys, an option that, you can do something like this without spending millions of dollars.
Ninnemann Enterprises Incorporated in Wausau retrofitted a barn using Lely milking robots, an investment that is paying off.
We are currently milking 134 cows with our Lely A5 robots.
The robots don't end there. Aaron uses another Lely machine. He calls it a Moomba, since it moves on its own, pushing feed closer to the cows.
So every hour on the hour it runs through to get rid of the task of going through 4 times a day with a broom or something like that. So this keeps the feed up close to the cows so they can continue eating.
Proving that through technology, small dairy farms aren't going anywhere.
It just makes it nice for a family farm that everything can get done kind of in a timely fashion, and yet it's profitable enough to keep on going.
In an age when many smaller farms are struggling, this Wisconsin farm that uses robots and social media could offer new hope for the industry. Not a bad 4th of July when you can spend it at the beach. This is the Dockweiler Beach in Los Angeles, not far from LAX. And as you can see, hoofta, it was packed. Temperatures in Southern California expected to be in the upper 80s and lower 90s for much of this weekend and next weekend. The beach sounds nice. Back here in Wisconsin, a much different story weather-wise. With rain we saw earlier, meteorologist Blaze Keller is back with our first warn forecast. Blaze?
Rain, even a few funnels that thankfully didn't touch the ground this afternoon as a low-pressure system began to move its way into parts of Wisconsin and is now slowly beginning to move its way out. It's going to move out sometime later Friday, so that does mean that we'll still see that chance for showers as we head into your Friday as well. Now, we do have an excessive rainfall forecast. We're going to keep an eye on maybe one severe thunderstorm here, but for the most part, we're really not eyeing, I would say, a severe weather chance. This was earlier today. You can see kind of that funnel extending from the clouds there out of the Stoughton area at about 4:45. This was taken by Larry. Not only did Larry see this, but several others as well, not only in Stoughton, but in the Stoughton-Edgerton area as those storms began to develop on what would then become a very weak warm front. So we're going to continue, as I said, to watch the threat, mainly for minor flooding and a localized strong wind gusts and maybe some large hail. We'll still keep that tornado threat at a minimum because there's never really going to be a time that we can completely rule out a tornado threat. We have downgraded, though, down to that marginal risk, which is some good news. Let me just quickly jump right back to those graphics. I kind of started a little bit ahead of where I wanted to, but there's a look at the satellite and radar. And again, we're not eyeing really a whole lot of anything going on. This is the cold front with a flash of lightning, but we'll take it in closer to about Beaver Dam, just to our north and east in Burnett, south of Waupun, Oakfield as well. I would say this is probably the best area or the strongest thunderstorm, if you will, out there, but we're not even seeing any lightning, so they're quickly dying. Even though we have this low moving on through and we're warm, we've got the moisture, there's just not a lot of ingredients coming together. It kind of waited a little bit too late, and we can thank the cloud cover earlier today as to why we're not seeing that severe weather now. 60s and 70s for temperatures, not too bad as we continue to make our way through the rest of this 4th of July. We'll hang out in the 60s tonight, southeasterly winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Again, storms possible, that early severe weather threat, I think that window has all but closed at this point. Future Track is going to walk us into your Friday, starting out at 2:30. Still watching that cold front, maybe a few rumbles of thunder with that, but watch as this low pressure system's center really moves through central Wisconsin. So we're going to watch these showers turn with it. Once those winds turn out of the northwest, going further into your Friday, we will essentially be moving in a more stable air mass. So we might not even see any thunderstorms tomorrow, just those scattered rain showers. But we do dry out as we head into Saturday, but starting Saturday night into Sunday, we see the return of not any needed rain. We really do not need any more rain across Wisconsin. We are very saturated. We have combated the drought. So as we continue to make our way into your 4th of July weekend, if you come across a flooded area, remember to turn around. Don't drown. We're going to watch as showers stick around throughout your Friday, pretty much from start to finish. And as we look ahead to that 7 and 10-day forecast, we're going to keep near daily chances for scattered showers and thunderstorms. That even extends into the second half of next week when we say goodbye to the thunderstorm icon. But we could see, it's just that time of year where into the afternoon we see a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. Stay with News 3 now. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Our Constitution has given us more rights, freedoms, and prosperity than any country in history. Every 4th of July, we come together to celebrate those freedoms. But right now, we're a divided nation. We have to stop putting on the blue jersey or red jersey. Instead, put on the red, white, and blue jersey. Come together and get things done. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Happy 4th of July!
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all-electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Choose FlexBuy on a new Ford Explorer and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months. Only at your local Wisconsin Ford dealer.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Visibly eliminate wrinkles and under eye bags in 10 minutes with results that last up to 10 hours without needles and without surgery. Plexiderm does it for only $14.95. Try it this July 4th. Visit plexidermtrial.com.
Are you searching for a fresh career? Then join the team at Chalk D Building Systems. We're expanding, now with 2 Sun Prairie locations, and we're looking for individuals to join our team as assemblers, material handlers, order pickers, and machine operators. Chalk D Building Systems competitive pay starts at $22 per hour, plus comprehensive benefits. 3 shifts are available with overtime potential, and you'll become part of our 100% employee-owned team. Make your next career move on the careers page at chalkd.com.
We're a family-owned farm. With all the deliveries we make to stores and restaurants, when gas prices go up, we get hit pretty hard. We all know these big oil companies make huge profits off us. And I just think, how many guys like me do they have to screw over to make money? When I heard about President Biden's plan to crack down on big oil companies, I thought, okay, thank God. Because it's about damn time big oil companies started paying their fair share.
Fire up the grill and get brats and buns for just $1 this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. Now that's a meal deal. Get Hy-Vee's famous brats for just $1. Choose from 12 flavors of brats for just $1 each. And get 8 Hy-Vee buns for just $1. Burger buns for just $1 too. And while you've got the grill going, throw on some mouth-watering burgers. Fresh ground chuck, only $3.98 a pound. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Brewers looking for a series win tonight over the Rockies. We picked this one up in the fourth, trailing 3-0. Andre Monasterio bloops a 2-run single into right center field. That scores 2. 2 innings later, the red-hot rookie Jackson Chourio blasts one over the center fielder's head off the wall. That brings Rhys Hoskins home from first to tie the game at 3. That lead, well, short-lived though. Rockies would take it back in the bottom half of the inning and win 4-3. Well, you didn't think we'd go an entire newscast on the 4th of July without showing you the highlights from Nathan's hot dog eating contest, did you? Don't worry, Bradley Blackburn shows us the competitors who feasted on a lot of Franks today.
2, 1, put down your hot dogs! With the dogs down, it was a nail-biter on Coney Island as judges counted the crumbs to determine a winner at Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. Patrick Bertoletti! In the end, Patrick Bertoletti of Chicago was crowned top dog, gobbling down 58 hot dogs and buns, a personal best.
I can't believe I ate that many. That plate of hot dogs is really heavy.
Thousands of fans flocked to the Frank Fest.
It's a little disgusting, but it's a lot of fun.
We're out here watching people eat hot dogs. Like, you can't get better than that.
With competitors from more than a dozen states and 5 continents, the one who chokes down the most dogs gets $10,000 in prize money.
A dominating performance.
Defending women's champion Mickey Sudo of Florida took home her 10th title, setting a world record for the ladies, 51 hot dogs.
I can't wait for next year. I'll be back to beat my personal best, and I'm really excited.
A trade group says Americans eat an average of 70 hot dogs a year. The record here is 76 in 10 minutes. That astonishing record belongs to 16-time champion Joey Chestnut, missing from this year's competition.
This is America!
Fans were upset Chestnut was initially barred from the buffet over a sponsorship deal with a vegan product.
It's a travesty, absolutely un-American, and we will not stand for it.
Event organizers called off the dogs, but Chestnut decided to spend his Independence Day in competition with troops at Fort Bliss. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Coney Island, New York.
So maybe hot dogs aren't your thing, but what about key lime pie? Pie not, right? Competitors in Key West, Florida went face first into their very own pie to see who could devour it the quickest. The winner was 19-year-old Hector Martinez, a student from Honduras. He ate his whipped cream-topped 9-inch pie in just under 2 minutes. Well, 1:58 to be exact, beating 24 other competitors lined up alongside him.
It got dirty, it got messy, but if you're not trying to get your face dirty with pie, you're not doing it right.
Key lime pie is believed to have originated in Key West back in the late 1800s. It's become so popular, nearly 20 years ago, it was designated as Florida's official pie by the state legislature. Well, we have a final check of your first 4 and forecast with Blaze. That's coming up when we return.
Stars and Stripes savings must end Monday at Ashley. Get the guaranteed lowest prices with savings up to 75% off holiday doorbusters in stock while they last. And save even more on closeouts. Plus, take special financing for 5 years. Only at Ashley.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
How much I weigh is nobody's business.
But Eric Hovde wants to make it his.
Eric Hovde thinks that if you're overweight, insurance companies should charge you more.
There should be consequences to those personal choices. Fine, you want to do that? Your health care is going to cost more.
How insulting is that?
Hovde would increase health care costs for 1 out of every 3 people in Wisconsin.
Eric Hovde, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge!
Madison's most spectacular night out is Moulin Rouge, the musical. Winner of 10 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. The New York Times calls it dazzling, gasp-inspiring. In Moulin Rouge, life is beautiful. Performances begin July 9th at Overture Center. Tickets at overture.org.
When you see Trump last night, I mean it sincerely, most lies told in a single debate. He lied about the great economy he created. He lied about the pandemic he botched. And then, his biggest lie, he lied about how he had nothing to do with the insurrection of January 6th. We all saw with our own eyes.
We're going to walk down to the Capitol, and I'll be there with you.
We saw police being attacked, the Capitol being ransacked. He did not a single thing to stop it, nothing. Folks, I know I'm not a young man, but I know how to do this job. I know right from wrong. I know how to tell the truth. And I know, like millions of Americans know, when you get knocked down, you get back up. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
The time to save is now during Ashley's Stars and Stripes mattress event. Get the guaranteed lowest prices on top mattress brands. Save up to $1,200 instantly on adjustable mattress sets and special financing for 60 months. Save now at Ashley.
Need help with a consumer issue? Contact News 3 Now's Call for Action.
Who says you're too old to play with Lego? Certainly not me, Blaze. Lego's newest movie-themed set pays homage to Steven Spielberg's Jaws. It's a nearly 1,500-piece set based on the 1975 summer blockbuster. The set features 3 figurine characters from the movie, as well as the iconic orca boat and a massive great white shark. It goes on sale next month and will sell for $150. Are you a Lego fan?
No.
What?
I got a kit and I didn't even build it right. I had to deconstruct that. It was like the most simple thing.
Okay, well,
yeah.
We can't win them all.
We can't, but we can try.
We can try. There we go.
We can try. We got some rain tomorrow, probably a rumble of thunder, but once those winds turn out of the northwest, we'll usher in that more stable air mass. We dry out for your Saturday, and then we welcome back near daily chances for showers and thunderstorms starting Sunday.
All right, and have a happy and safe rest of your 4th of July, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And we will see you tomorrow on News 3 Now This Morning.